We're going to ignore these guys as much as we can. As you can see, if you don't jump at the last second on a long jump, you're kind of stunned and you're not really able to react too quickly. Kind of makes you a little bit of a target when you got enemies around. Remember, these things are attracted to you charging up your beam, whatever the beam is. They're vulnerable to the wave beam, but for some reason this one seems to be able to dodge it. Interesting. The next logical step for us here is to go into the crashed frigate. From the crashed frigate, we get to take our first trip to the buried, or to the underground labs, the Phazon mines. Phazon mines is what they're called. I do not know why I jumped on that roof. That was not the right way to go, and it kind of made me have to worry about this mommy she-goth. There's some baby she-goths there that we can safely ignore unless you want some practice dealing with them. But yeah, we need to go to the crashed frigate. Eventually we'll get a clue that we should be going there, because there at the crashed frigate, from inside the crashed frigate, we will be able to find an elevator that goes down into the Phazon mines, and we need to go there at least. We have to go there twice, actually. From there we have to engage a special pirate called an Omega pirate. The Omega pirate is probably the most difficult pirate to engage. It's the most difficult boss to engage in the whole game. More difficult than Ridley and more difficult than the Metroid Prime. So expect to have to take a couple of cracks at it before you handle it. Jesse's the expert, the family expert on dealing with the Omega Pirate, so he'll definitely be the one to handle it. I've defeated it before, but I still can't dependably defeat it. I sometimes defeat it and sometimes fail. We'll discuss the ins and outs of how to defeat it and what to do under certain circumstances. A lot of it has to do with just what kind of a fight you have on your hands, and they're different each time you walk into that Omega Pirate room there. When we fight the Omega Pirate, we get a cool suit called a Phazon suit, and it makes it possible to get around in Phazon mines without getting all burned up. It also makes it possible to defeat the Metroid Prime version 2 at the very last boss of the game. You have to have the Phazon suit. And then we'll go down there again. You know, I may be getting the things out of order. I think actually the first thing we do is get the super bomb, the mega bomb for the morph ball. That's a little bit interesting too. The only problem is you have to go through all these mining rooms that are just swarming with pirates. So here we are. We're on the way to the Talon Overworld. It's necessary because the crashed frigate is in the Talon Overworld, and so we're going to go there. Also, on the way to the crashed frigate, there's that missile expansion that we commented on earlier that you have to be able to jump up to get, and it's kind of hard to jump up to when you're underwater. It's an underwater thing. But now we have the gravity suit, and so it's much easier. In fact, it's for the first time possible to jump up and get that missile expansion. More on that as we get a little closer to the time. In the meantime, this is just the same old route.